everybody, it's Angie and welcome to Hot and Flashy. Today I wanted to do a review and demo on the new palette from Urban Decay. That is the sister palette to the Naked Basics. People like this one so much that they asked for another one in cooler colors. So Urban Decay came out with the Naked 2 Basics palette. So I was shopping at Ulta about, I don't know, a few weeks ago. I picked this one up and I have been using it pretty much religiously ever since. If you don't have any of these palettes, these are a great option. It makes a great travel palette because it's small and convenient, and it has the perfect little pans of color. I love the colors. I absolutely love them. This palette is right up my alley. I am constantly on the hunt for a beautiful middle, mid-tone taupe with no sparkle in it, and it's one of the hardest colors to find in a matte. And this middle color, Frisk, is the perfect taupe. That one I'm just in love with. I use that one almost every day. And I love just kind of the contrast of how my eyes are cool. My skin is very warm with more of a yellowy undertone, and I also love it with a pinky undertone skin tone. So I think it works great for a lot of different skin tones. These are all matte, except for this one, which does have a slight bit of shimmer to it, but it's not a lot. It's not like it's going to be really super sparkly or glossy. It just has the tiniest bit of like satiny finish. And let me just bring in the swatches. I think the colors are really great. I did this eye look with it today, and this is the look that I'll be showing in the little demonstration afterwards. You can do a really nice natural look with these, and in this eye look I think I only used the lightest three colors. The first one is called Skimp, so I put that all over the lid and up underneath the eyebrow. Second one is called Stark, and I used that just above the crease, and then I went in with the third color called Frisk at the outer corner and a little bit into the crease. I was going to darken it up with one of these other darker colors, but I thought, I don't really need to go dark today. I'm going for a really casual, natural look, so I left it at that. I will do some more tutorials with it later on for a more dramatic look. I already had and loved the original Naked Basics palette, and so I thought, well, there's no way I could go wrong with this one. So let me show you the two palettes side by side so that you can see the difference. So the top one is Naked 2 Basics, and the bottom is the original Naked Basics. So as you can see, the colors on the top one are much cooler and pinkier. And they also get darker faster, and on the bottom they have more lighter colors and just a couple of dark colors. But I have noticed that there is a little bit of a difference in the quality to the shadows. And when I first bought my first Naked Basic palettes, I was really impressed with the creaminess of the shadows. Now, being an older, mature person, my eyelids are not what they used to be, and I found that these shadows were really some of the best shadows that you could use on older eyelids. With the matte shadows, sometimes they can be very like chalky and dusty, and so it's hard to get it on there. There's a lot of fallout. I found with this particular palette, I rarely had any fallout, and when you put them down, they tended to stay where they were. They blended beautifully. I can say most of that about the Naked 2 Basics, except that they are a little bit chalkier and powdery than the original Naked Basics. So let me just, for example, take this brush that I have here, and I'm going to dip it in this third one and just rub it back and forth like I normally would, just to get some color off there. And I don't know if you can see from this far away, but there are no little crumbles of dust on there. All right, but if I take the same brush, let me just wipe it off so nothing's coming out, and do the same thing on this one, there's a little pile of eyeshadow there. And so it's not the brushes, it's definitely the eyeshadows. I've tried them with a bunch of other brushes, because at first I was using these brushes with it and I thought, oh no, it's these brushes. Nope, it's the eyeshadow. These are definitely much drier and crumblier and less creamy than the other ones. That said, they still go on beautifully, they still blend beautifully. You just have to be more careful about fallout, because if you don't tap off your brush really well, see all that coming out, then that all ends up on your cheek. You don't want that. So it's just something to be aware of with this one, is that it's not quite as creamy. And I gotta say, I'm a little disappointed that they're not as creamy as the originals. It's not a deal breaker for me. I do still love the palette. I am still very glad that I have it. I have been using it on a daily basis. I think it's just a step down in quality from the original Naked Basics palette, which is unfortunate. So I hope that if they do come up with another one, that Urban Decay, you know, keeps an eye on that creaminess factor, because I think that was what made this one a bestseller. And I think they won't have a problem selling this because people love this, so they'll run out and buy this. And I haven't heard anyone else say that they've noticed the same thing, but it's something that I've noticed. So that's my take on it. Let me bring in the video of me doing the little demo with it, and then I'll come back and wrap it up. Starting with Beauty Junkees Pro Blending Brush, I'm going to use the palest color in the palette. Just dip in there a little bit. Tap off the brush. Look at, you can get a lot of fallout with these, so I like to tap it off pretty well. And these brushes pick up quite a bit of color, so it's nice because they also pack it on really well, but you do have to be a little careful about fallout. And I'm putting that just on the eyelid, and a little bit above the crease, and then a little bit below the eyebrow. Now the first color does have a tiny bit of shimmer in it, so if you don't like any shimmer at your eyebrow, use the second color. But I don't mind a little highlight up there, so I'm going to use the first lightest color. Alright, next I'm going to use the Beauty Junkees Pro Crease Brush in the second color, and that is going to be my above the crease kind of blending color. So again, tap it off, lift up your eyebrows, and just start above the crease and give that a back and forth rainbow motion if you can. But if you can't, because your eyelid condition is not in great shape, go ahead and lift that up and then just do it in a more of an up and down motion, so that you don't get the skipping across with the crepey, older, not so perfect skin. Third brush I'm going to use is my Sigma E45 small tapered blending brush. I'm going to go in with the third color in the palette, which is right here. It is called Frisk, right there. Okay, just dipping the tip in and giving it a little swirl. Tap off again. And this one is going to go at the outer corner of the eyelid and up into the crease. Ooh, ouch! Okay, we can just blend that out a little bit. For that, I have the Beauty Junkees Pro Tapered Blending Brush, and I'm just going to use that just to blend that. It doesn't really need much blending because so far we've only used really nice light colors from this palette. So there we have a really simple, elegant, easy day look. Alright, so I hope you liked that little tutorial for this eye look today using the Naked 2 Basics palette from Urban Decay. Like I said, it is a terrific palette. It's got, 6 beautiful eyeshadows. It's great for travel. It's compact. It's got a big mirror. And with the exception of the eyeshadows being not as creamy as Naked Basics, the original, that would be my only complaint about it. But it's still, compared to other matte eyeshadows that I've tried, it's still creamier and much more blendable than a lot of those. So as far as a matte eyeshadow go, it's still a good quality palette. It's just not quite as perfect as Naked Basics 1 was. So if you're looking for a warmer all matte palette, then the original Naked Basics could be great for you. And if you're looking for a cooler matte palette, then I still recommend the Naked 2 Basics because the colors are gorgeous. I just love them. Okay, that's it for today, everybody. As always, thanks for watching. I really appreciate your time. So take care, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.